Hi, I'm Dan McTeague with tomorrowsgaspricestoday.com television. Again, to give you the week looking ahead as far as gas prices are concerned, from the 14th of August right up until the 25th or 26th of August. I mention that because I'm going to be away for a couple of days, but we're going to try to give you in this report our synopsis as to where prices can be expected to go, not just for the next 7 days, but we're going to actually try for the next 11 or 12. So, as you notice, the inventory report in the United States is really causing a bit of a stir. Gasoline inventories are down again. Oil inventories are down again. And it looks like we're slowly but surely entering into hurricane season in the United States, which means we can expect that generally prices will trend upwards, not downwards. We certainly won't be where some false prophets were saying we would be at a $1.18 to $1.21 in places like Toronto. What's important for people to understand is that as we head into the final week of August, we're going to continue to see prices much higher than one would expect, certainly given the supply and demand situation, which is pretty stable, not just here in Canada and the United States, but pretty much around the world. Well, let's begin with the East Coast, and we'll work our way back to British Columbia. Newfoundland, of course, anywhere from St. John's paying $1.25 all the way into Gander and Goose Bay and places like that at $1.35, will likely see a decrease of about a penny to a penny and a half under the regulated system by Friday the 16th. We think that, of course, in the following week, there could be, in fact, an increase which will take away all that you might have saved over the next couple of days. So it's important to, if you're going to gas up, wait till Friday in Newfoundland and gas up before the following Friday, because the prices will go right back up. Same applies to Nova Scotia and to New Brunswick. We've been predicting several times now, and we've been bang on our predictions. Prices actually went down last week, a penny and a half, and others were calling for an increase. That didn't happen. We saw prices decrease as much as a penny and a half. We're going to continue to see that trend by about a penny in New Brunswick overnight to the 15th of August, and we're going to see the same thing for the 15th and 16th for Nova Scotia. So about a penny to a penny and a half down. Might be a difference of maybe a quarter cent here and there. That really depends on what retailers want to charge and where they want to charge those two provinces of Nova Scotia and New Brunswick. Quebec, well, we've seen a huge restoration, and we will see one overnight. From Wednesday the 14th into Thursday the 15th, you're going to see a big increase in the average order of about 8 cents a liter, and that's only because prices have been trending down. As you know, taxes are more expensive in Quebec than they are in Ontario, and so there's always a benchmark, and that's the Ontario benchmark plus 10 cents is the usual number, with everybody getting a return on their investment, particularly retailers. So prices will go up to $1.45.4, and from Thursday the 15th, all the way towards next Wednesday, those prices will trend back down to the 137, 138 range, only to pop back up again, probably going into the final week roughly between the 22nd and the 25th, up to $1.46 to $1.47, but that won't stay very long. Coming into Ontario, here in Ontario, we're seeing prices overnight increase Wednesday into Thursday by 1.6 cents a liter. That means, of course, that the good prices that we saw a few weeks ago simply aren't going to obtain. There's probably going to be another price increase Thursday into Friday, and by the looks of it, maybe even Friday into Saturday. So that means that unless you're in Ottawa or in Cottage Country or somewhere in the Niagara Peninsula or down towards Sarnia and Chatham, prices are going to continue to increase. You'll get that little bit of a brief respite on the weekends where prices drop 5 or 6 cents a liter. That is really the retailer's margin being chewed away, and it's obviously, in our view, not very good for competition ultimately. But so prices, again, following week, Monday into Friday of the following week, which would be, taking us into the 19th to the 25th, you're looking at prices, again, trending up a little bit, probably another penny to a penny and a half. Prices could hit as high as $1.32, $1.33 next week, and as low as $1.28 in some areas. In Manitoba, well, it's pretty quiet. Prices range from $1.28.9 in Winnipeg, which is where it's been for a couple of weeks. Out in our smaller communities in Brandon, Dauphin, Steinbach, those will remain at between $1.30 and $1.31. We don't see much change in any of those markets. Saskatchewan, we've seen a huge decrease in the past couple of weeks, down from the 129s to the 125s to $1.21, and you're going to continue to see prices trend between $1.19 and $1.23, both in Regina and Saskatoon, and of course in smaller communities like Moose Jaw and, as we know, Prince Albert, other communities that we do cover on the site. Alberta, we've been looking at $1.10 and $1.11 respectively between Calgary and Edmonton, $1.17 in Grand Prairie, and if you look at Fort McMurray, $1.25. Those prices will remain at or about the same within about a cent to a cent and a half. And so not much activity happening in Saskatchewan or Alberta. Tends to be a little slower at this time of year in terms of prices, but the price is much better than it was, say, just a couple of months ago in both those provinces. Well, finally into British Columbia, you're looking at the interior, prices as low as $1.23 in places like Kamloops, up to $1.30, $31 in Kelowna. We'll see those prices probably increase a little bit over the next 5 to 7 days, maybe a penny to a penny and a half. Prince George will probably see a decrease of about a penny over the next few days if it hasn't already started. And of course, we're looking into Vancouver. Over the next couple of days, Vancouver will see prices increase by 1.5 cents a litre going from Wednesday night into Thursday in the 144, 145 range. That will go up to as high as 146 before it sort of tapers off for the weekend. Next weekend, depending, of course, what happens on the Pacific market with respects to oil and gasoline, you could see prices increase an additional 2 cents a litre, although that's probably unlikely. What you see within 2 or 3 cents is what you're going to get. Same for Victoria. Prices dropped from 141.9 last week down to 135.9, and they pretty much remain there no matter where the market is. So it looks like a fairly quiet summer in Western Canada, a bit of up and down in Central Canada and in Quebec and Ontario, and on the East Coast, what goes down within a week must come up. Well, that's it. That's the wrap, and we'll be seeing you up or around August the 26th. I want to make sure you take full inventory of what we've just said. It's important. There's a lot of information here. We hope it'll help you, and of course, every day that site will be updated. I do it personally, and it's important that you know when you see that site, it's pretty accurate as we're going to get, although sometimes we can't predict what one particular station is going to do in one particular region of the country, but we usually are pretty right, and we plan to continue saving you money as the days go on. We'll see you in a week and a half or so. Have a great week and a half, and we'll catch you hopefully in the not-too-distant future. I'm Dan McTeague with tomorrowsgaspricetoday.com television. Safe driving, and hope we're having a safe summer.